Congratulations, Judge.
Thank you very much, Judge Stone, and
Edward Cowart has been involved in the criminal justice system for most of his adult life, but he's probably best remembered for presiding over the trial of mass killer Theodore Bundy. Beginning December 1st, he'll take on a new assignment, joining the staff of State Attorney Janet Reno as one of her top lieutenants.
I know of no one with greater experience in the entire legal system and in particular the criminal justice system in Dade County. What it will mean is having somebody with vast experience in every aspect of the criminal justice system here to look at what we're doing, to work with us in trying to improve the entire office.
After leaving the bench last year, Cowart took the top job at a judicial college in Reno, Nevada. He later became director of the Governor's Organized Crime Council in Tallahassee. But now he says it feels good to be home.
I'm just delighted to be associated with the office. It's been an exemplary office for years, and I'm just pleased to be here. But I did want to come back to my own.
Cowart joins the state attorney's office at a time when budget cuts are necessary. By next year, Reno will have to cut $600,000 from her budget. Sources say she'll have to let go some prosecutors who make $20,000 starting salaries. At $58,000, Cowart's salary would pay for almost 3 young prosecutors. Prosecutors here at the Justice Building will not talk on camera, but many of them are unhappy about Cowart's new assignment. Many prosecutors fail to see the logic in hiring a new administrator when about a dozen jobs are in danger. Elliot Rodriguez, Channel 4 News.
Dade State Attorney Janet Reno this evening called the October 6 shooting death of Ernest Kirkland a case of grave concern to the community and a tragic situation. One of Ms. Reno's assistants refused to prosecute suspended Metro Policeman Thomas Polecchio, who was indicted for manslaughter in the case. This is the man who will handle the prosecution. He's former Dade Chief Judge Ed Cowart, who's now Janet Reno's chief assistant.
It's a very sensitive case. It's a case that is of grave concern to the community. It's a very tragic situation, and I think it's important that we have experience and sensitivity in it.
Ed Cowart's been involved in sensitive cases before. In 1979, he sentenced convicted killer Ted Bundy to die in Florida's electric chair. Today, he calls the Polecchio indictment an act of a grand jury playing its role in the system.
You have had people who have heard the evidence, supposedly, have returned an indictment. People might differ in their opinion as to whether it should have been returned. But that's the speaking of 12 people within the system.
Dade's former chief judge says the trial jury will now be the ones to decide whether the death of Ernest Kirkland was justifiable or an act of manslaughter. Al Sunshine for The World Tonight.